My grandfather would take my brothers and I to the rivers, particularly to Owen River. And we'd fish with our nets there. We'd catch enough fish for the whole extended family. It's a sockeye salmon. We call it swaggin. We always understood that these were the children of the river. It was others that came here to exploit. Our people, they were bitter about it, about the loss of culture, loss of our wealth and lands. It caused a lot of problems in our community, in our upbringing. The colonists, their job was to make us feel inferior, and but our people never felt inferior. Haida is the homelands of the Haida people. Chauncey Iskian, Clagewadlon, Yakudungun. We respect all the waters and the lands, the supernatural beings that occupy the points of the lands and the headwaters of the rivers. Robert Davidson's first pole was raised in 1969. It was a resistance, a revitalization. It was the only thing we had left, really, was our culture. Our resources, our lands were taken away, our fishing fleet. There's so many things that we lost. Our language. Another bowl for you, Candace. Our traditional way of doing things. The potlatch was banned. There's so many things that went against our people. Carving of the pole signaled a reviving of our culture. Many Haidas came back home for that. Came from Alaska, from Vancouver, many different places. So it's been a long, slow climb back to regain our culture and to hang on to our culture. A lot of our material culture is in books, where, and books aren't really the best. The photographs don't really show you the full picture. This tree is probably about 800 years old. But I figured I would give it a new life by, creating a new 50-foot canoe. And so this canoe won't just sit here. We're going to travel with it to where our ancestors have gone before.
We've been coming here since February or March.
Do you want to do the Raven? Does anybody want to try any of the masks? Me. There's 2 masks, so there's 3. Actually, there's more than 2 masks.
It's a gift to be able to work with Christian. All the songs and dances that we have, we only know them from people like Christian who are willing to take time out of his own life to build up that knowledge in our youth. Keep the culture thriving. I never really thought I'd be where I am. I grew up in Ottawa, a city boy. My mother never really talked about the culture or her time being here and anything. I don't know. I love what I do.
working on a paddle that is going to be going to the health center. This is an eagle. That's my personal crest. The hummingbird. I think it's important that we do keep these traditions going because our culture can really help us to lead us down the right road. Christian is a very good mentor. Especially as a youth, I think it really is going to help me in the future to figure out who I am and what my place is in society.
This stone is called argillite. This one's going to be a raven, known as the trickster or the transformer. His names are Yat, Huya, Nankilslas. But argillite is one of my favorite mediums to work with. Our people have always carved stone. They saw that they could market their work, and the European sailors couldn't take the whole totem poles with them, so they would purchase some model totem poles. And, once all the totem poles had been cut down in our village, they had no visual continuation. There was no totem pole standing here anymore. None of the family treasures that would have been in each household. Our people still continued to carve. It was acceptable, I guess, as a cottage industry, as a folk art. But after some time, work began to degrade. Later on, we had a revival in our arts, and where we had more access to historic works and pre-contact works. And so it served to inspire us again to take our work to the highest levels. Inspiring a new generation of Haida artists.